JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Police corporal dies in Linstead crash. A police corporal attached to the St. Catherine North Division has died following a motor vehicle crash along the Linstead bypass on Wednesday night. He has been identified as Corporal Navarro English, who was stationed at the Spanish Town Police Station. According to reports around 11:10 p.m., Corporal English was driving his private motor car along the roadway when he collided with another vehicle. His car sustained extensive damage and he suffered severe injuries. He was rushed to the Linstead Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Senior Superintendent Upton Nicholson, head of the St. Catherine North Division, expressed deep sorrow at the loss, describing Corporal English as a dedicated and diligent member who was always willing to get the job done. The division is shaken by his passing and deeply saddened by this untimely loss. We extend our sincere condolences to his family, colleagues, and the loved ones, Nicholson said. The St. Catherine North Traffic Department has launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the crash. JD soldier injured after military vehicle overturns in Mandeville. A member of the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF, is now in hospital following a crash in which the military vehicle was driving overturned and pinned him beneath it in Mandeville, Manchester on Thursday morning. According to police reports, the incident occurred shortly after 9 a.m. along New Green Road as the JDF unit was heading towards the Mandeville town centre. It is believed that the driver lost control of the vehicle, which then veered off the roadway, slammed into an embankment and overturned. The soldier became trapped under the overturned unit before being rescued. Emergency teams rushed the injured serviceman to the Mandeville Regional Hospital, where he was admitted for treatment. Investigations are ongoing to determine the cause of the crash. Mavado's son, Dante Brooks, faces new gun-related charges. Dante Brooks, the son of dancehall icon Mavado, is once again facing serious legal trouble after being hit with multiple gun-related charges. Police confirmed that Brooks was charged on Wednesday with assault of common law, unlawful wounding, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a scheduled offense. According to investigators, the charges are linked to an incident that occurred on July 12 around 9:30 p.m. in Cassava Peace, St. Andrew. Law enforcement sources have also revealed that Brooks is being investigated in connection with another crime-related offense. This latest development comes just months after Brooks was freed in March, when the Court of Appeal overturned his 2021 murder conviction for the killing of Lorenzo Thomas. His co-accused, Andre Hines, was also acquitted. Prosecutors had previously alleged that the pair were among a group of men who invaded a Cassava Peace home on June 5, 2018, fatally shooting Thomas before setting the premises ablaze. Meanwhile, Mavado, whose real name is David Brooks, recently made headlines of his own after returning to Jamaica last week for the first time in 7 years. The entertainer, who had an outstanding warrant, met with police upon his arrival, after which the warrant was officially vacated. Police investigations into the recent Cassava Peace incident are ongoing. Clarendon preparing for effects of Tropical Storm Melissa. Chairman of the Clarendon Municipal Corporation and Mayor of Maypen, Joel Williams, has expressed confidence in the municipality's readiness for the effects of Tropical Storm Melissa. Mayor Williams said the disaster coordinator has been able to mobilize all the necessary resources across the parish to cover all areas of concern. But the Maypen mayor has raised concerns about the state of several drains in the capital. Mayor Williams said special attention is being given to the racecourse area that is prone to flooding.
We would have been able to do some drain cleaning in those areas over the last 3 weeks. Again, there are some major drains that fall through those communities that are not under the responsibility of the municipal corporation. We don't have the kind of funds that is necessary to clean those major drains. And that's one of my concerns. I've been saying over a period of time that those drains are now outdated. They cannot carry the volume of water that comes from the hills, whether it be from Langsville or from the Effortville area that comes through the Harris Street, the Western Park, those low-lying area. And that's my biggest concern. I'm hoping that over time, the National Works Agency will come in and clean some of those major drains. We have the early warning system in that area, and it's been monitored by ADPEM and, of course, the Lionel Town Police, so along with the municipal corporation. So once that area is inundated with water, the gate will close so that no commuters will be able to go through that area until the water recedes. So at least we'll keep people out of danger. All I can ask of the residents is to be on the lookout, to be on your P and your Q, put away your personal belongings in high ground, make sure that those important documents, your birth certificate, your passport, etc., that those are put away carefully. Because you and I know in the past what would have happened in those areas that we made mention.
Hospitals seeking to discharge non-critical cases as Tropical Storm Melissa approaches. The Ministry of Health wants families to pick up relatives admitted for non-critical conditions at hospitals across the island as Tropical Storm Melissa approaches. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton made the appeal at a special press briefing at the Office of the Prime Minister on Thursday.
So these are some of the specifics. All public hospitals will now enter emergency mode. This means that while hospitals remain open, outpatient services and elective surgeries will be suspended for the time being to focus on the emergencies. Visitations will be limited, and family members are asked to pick up their relatives who have been admitted for non-critical reasons, and the respective hospitals will reach out to those family members. We have to reserve bed space just in case we need them for emergencies.
Toll road operators on storm alert. The operators of highway toll roads are now on alert to respond to any emergency directive that may come from the Ministry of Transport as Jamaica braces for Tropical Storm Melissa.
So the Ministry of Energy, Telecommunications and Transport cover a number of essential services, which I know there are questions that are being asked. So I'm going to give an overview. We have heads of agencies here. We also have president of JPS and others that are here, Digicel and Flow, Stephen Price, who is here from Digicel. Okay, and Digicel, which are critical stakeholders in times of emergencies such as this. So as the country continues to prepare for Tropical Storm Melissa, Ministry of Energy, Transport and Telecommunications has been working closely with our utility providers, transport entities and telecommunication providers to ensure a coordinated national state of readiness. I'm going to leave JPS for last. And I'm happy to see my good friend Hugh Grant here. So let us start with Petrojam. We have activated all refinery emergency systems and confirmed sufficient fuel supplies. Over 2 weeks worth of refined products and 10 days of LPG following the storm. Loading facilities in Kingston and Montego Bay will extend hours to support pre-storm deliveries, and Jamaica Aircraft Refueling Services JARS is fully stocked with jet fuel and aviation gasoline to ensure continuous aircraft refueling. Flow Jamaica has fully activated its crisis management system with support from local and regional teams. Power resilience has been strengthened with over 61% of mobile sites now having backed up power and 143 new generators installed island-wide. All generators are refueled and serviced, and field teams are mobilized. Company's emergency operations center is active, and the public can reach the center for emergencies at 876-929-9834. I'll repeat that, 876-929-9834 and 876-929-9837. That's 876-929-9837. Digicel has formed a dedicated disaster response core team to ensure continuous operations during the storm. Company has strengthened communication redundancy with satellite phones and backup connectivity through other providers. All network sites, towers, and facilities have been structurally inspected, and generators confirmed to be up up and running condition. Essential spare parts are secured locally and overseas, and mobile cell sites are ready for rapid deployment to restore service. Digicel has also conducted safety training and weather simulation drills to enhance preparedness and technical response. Transport, Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, will maintain regular bus operations as long as conditions are safe to do so. Service updates will be shared via social media and public channels. 30 buses are designated for emergency deployment across depots in Portmore, Spanish Town, Rockfort, and Montego Bay. Each depot has activated an emergency operations committee, and the JUTC representatives are embedded in national and parish emergency centers for coordinated response. All depots, fuel stations, and assets have been secured, and the company is prepared to support evacuation and transport efforts if needed. Montego Bay Metro, Western Transport Operations, remains fully operational and will continue to provide service as long as weather conditions allow. Toll Authority, highway operators, very important. Highway operators are now on alert to respond to any emergency direction that the minister may issue when it becomes necessary, which means that if the storm or the hurricane is creating panic and the highways are congested, I will give the direction to open the highways, toll booths, free of cost to the commuters during the period of the storm. Airports Authority of Jamaica, important for those of you who might be planning to leave. Emergency protocols are fully activated at Jamaica's international airports in preparation for Tropical Storm Melissa. At Sangster International Airport, MBJ Airports Limited has implemented pre-hurricane measures, including drainage and tree clearing, testing of generators with a 36-hour fuel reserve, and positioning of emergency supplies. At Norman Manley International Airport, PACAL has directed stakeholders to secure assets and complete drain cleaning, structural checks, and power system tests. Both airports will expedite reopening once safety is confirmed, with updates shared through official bulletins, social media, and coordination with airlines and government partners. So the question that is being asked out there, is there a possibility of the airports being closed? So I made sure to clarify that with the Airports Authority. The minute that a hurricane warning, not a watch, a warning has been issued, it is likely that the airports will close within 24 hours. It is not a must that both of them will be closed at the same time. It's all dependent on the tracking of the storm or the hurricane and the elements in terms of the locations of the two airports, which are obviously on the sea. So for right now, airports remain open, and the only time that we will move to close the airports will be if the Met Office issues a hurricane warning. If that was to be predicted or projected, that would probably be sometime tomorrow into Saturday. So sometime between tomorrow evening and Saturday day. But best thing is to monitor, and the hurricane warning is the trigger. So let's end my briefing on JPS. JPS has reported to me that they have fully activated the command centers under the new incident command system and placed overseas line workers on standby, with 31 of them already in Jamaica for pre-storm preparations. To boost resilience, critical control and telecom sites now have 48-hour backup power and new Starlink systems for communication continuity. The company has expanded its fleet with over 115 specialized vehicles to enhance post-storm response. Vegetation management and grid reinforcement have been intensified, especially in key transmission areas across western and eastern parishes. JPS is coordinating closely with national agencies and utilities to ensure safe access and timely and consistent customer updates. So this is welcome news to me, and it obviously is as a result of our experiences of Beryl. So I want to say that I can see that the JPS is being proactive, and I see Mr. Hugh Grant here, and I know he and I will be having several conversations between now and whenever the event, as I know that he would not like for he and I to have the same words that I had last year, this time with Beryl. I'm going to ask him to say a few words. You want to wait until after Minister Samura? You can do now. And just to say to JPS, I know that you are doing tree line clearing, and I know I have reported already that some of your contractors, who I'm sure are being paid to remove the debris, are finding the easiest way, which is the gullies across Jamaica, which are only going to make matters worse for us. So I'm asking you, please, sir, as a matter of duty today, to make sure that those areas are inspected and satisfactorily signed off by JPS, and not rely on those contractors who have a habit of finding the shortest route to make the best and the most money. Zero tolerance. So, ladies and gentlemen, based on what I have told you here, I think the most important update is that of the JPS, and I am confident that we will manage, if necessary, much better than we managed based on the lessons we all learned coming out of Beryl. And you can rely on this administration and my colleague ministers and myself to be vigilant and to hold those accountable and responsible for an efficient response in all areas. Thank you.
JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.